welcome back to BookTube with Amy. Today I'm going to be showing you all the bajillion books that I got for Christmas. So I'm going to split them up into categories of who got me what, and I'm going to start with all the books that I received from my lovely BookTube friends. So from Becca over at Read Becca, I was so kindly sent Jane Doe by Victoria Helen Stone, and this is a recommendation that I'm sure comes from Scott over at Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, so I'm excited to read this. And then she also bought me Severance by Ling Ma, which I think was also maybe a Scott recommendation. So the fact that Becca bought me these, and I think that they're double Scott recs, makes me really excited to get to them, so thank you so much, Becca. And then from Gem, from Bookish Gems, I received Careless by Kirsty Capes and The Promised Neverland by Kayu Shirai. I'm so excited for The Promised Neverland because it's supposed to be brilliant, and I've heard so many amazing things about it. I'm sure that Jess from Lady Lovestead reads this. There's somebody else but I can't remember who. I'm so excited for both of these, so thank you so much, Jem, for making my Christmas special and sending me over some books. I then received The Chime Seekers by Ross Montgomery from Ashley over at Ashley's Media Addiction. This is a really cute sounding middle grade and I can't wait to get to it. And then I was sent Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard from Lisa Does Life. So excited for this one, and giving Victoria Aveyard's writing another go after the Red Queen series. So thank you very much to both of these lovely ladies. And then I was actually sent an ARC from HarperCollins, and this is Unseelie by Evelise Houseman. I can't wait to read this. It is a YA fantasy and it just sounds absolutely brilliant and like it's going to be right up my street, so I'm so buzzing for this one. And then these are just a wee cheeky pile of books that I'm available for myself because it's Christmas. So I bought A Batter of Life and Death by Ellie Alexander, and this is the second one in the Bake Shop Mystery series that I started last year. And I'm so excited to pick this up. The main character, Juliet, has just been like in my head since I finished the first book. This is another cosy mystery because apparently that's all I read these days and I'm really excited for it. I then picked up Motherwell by Deborah Orr. I saw this in Waterstones and it just sounded like it was right up my street. Motherwell obviously isn't too far away from where I am, and I believe this is a bit of an autobiography but what it was like to grow up then in the 80s. Excited for it. It's a period of time that I really enjoy reading about. I really like reading autobiographies when they are from Scottish authors because it's nice to see, you know, what it was like to grow up here. I then got Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I actually managed to get a really good deal on this second hand. It's one that is sort of been on my radar and there's every chance this might feature in a Try That Trope video next year at some point. Interesting to see whether I like this or not. Did I try another Casey McQuiston one? No, I didn't. I was interested in I Kiss Shahara Wheeler, but I saw very mixed reviews and decided not to, but everybody seems to unanimously love this, so I'm excited to read it. And then lastly I got Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and I have been so excited for this. It's been on my wish list for a wee while and somebody was again selling this second hand and it's just such a beautiful cover. It's so sparkly and I was like, I need it in my life. And again, I'm excited to read it. Am I going to say anything else about any of these books? So these are books that I have received from family members. So my granny bought me Wolf Song by TJ Clune, and what a chunky boy this is. I didn't realise how big it was, but I'm so excited to read it. I haven't read any of this series before and I was having like a wee bit of an internal struggle because I have House in the Cerulean Sea and Under the Whispering Door in hardback, and then I really got into TJ Clune and wanted to buy his entire back catalogue. So many of them were only released in paperback, and when I found out that they were redesigning these covers that would sort of match the same kind of aesthetic as the other two books that I had, I was absolutely buzzing. So I'm so excited to read this, I can't wait. I've actually just realised I forgot one that I bought for myself. and that is Toto Among the Murderers by Sally J. Morgan. So I'll support this. So these are going to be books I received from my mum and dad for Christmas. So the first one that I received was Rules for Vanishing by Kate Alice Marshall. Again, a bit of a spooky middle grade. I really was on a spooky middle grade kick. So if you're coming up to the end of the year, so excited to check that out. And then I've got Hailey Piper, Benny Rose, The Cannibal King. This is like a wee self-pubbed horror book, which is my bag, or the back. I know absolutely nothing about this. I just saw loads of people were raving about it, and the audiobook for it was on Scribd, and it just sounded absolutely fantastic, so I needed to check it out. And then I got The Lantern's Ember by Colleen Houck. Again, YA fantasy, but a wee bit darker. I think it's going to be amazing. Really buzzing to read it. Then I got S.T. Gibson, A Dowry of Blood. This has been on my radar for like actual forever. I have been anticipating this book for so long, even before it was released. And then it was released and I was buzzing to buy it, but I was like, no, I'll hold off. And all the book boxes were doing beautiful editions, and I was actually like swithering about whether or not I should treat myself to a nice edition, but decided that was ridiculous because I hadn't read the book yet. But mum and dad got me this absolutely stunning copy. It's got beautiful blood red sprayed edges. I can't wait to read this. I have heard nothing but good things about this, and it sounds just like the perfect book for me. This is one that I will definitely be picking up at the beginning of the year. I believe it's going to be a series, and I didn't even care. Like, it wasn't originally meant to be part of my I seriously need to finish that challenge, but it will be, because I just can't hold off. And then the last book that my mum and dad got me was A Taste of Golden Iron by Alexandra Rowland. I saw this book in Waterstones and I was really intrigued by it, but I wasn't sure if it was something that was for me, and if it was going to be like too historically, because we know that's no my jam. But I saw Sylvie, who I'll link below, talking about this, and we have quite a similar reading taste, and so added it to my wish list immediately after I saw her video about it. She says it was absolutely phenomenal and one of the best books that she had read in a wee while. So I was like, aye, cool, no bother, you've sold me. So I got this. And I'm so excited to read it. Next up, these are the books that my sister got me for Christmas. So she got me The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. Oh, I can't wait for this. It's very like Carrie at the Prom, but if we were tackling racism, and that is just a vibe that I need and that I am here for. It looks amazing, the cover is stunning, really excited to get to this. And then she got me Immortal Beloved by Kate Tiernan. I think I actually got the second one in this series in a charity shop, and it just sounded really good that I ended up buying the second and added the first one to my wish list. So buzzing I'll finally have a wee duology to read. I feel like I haven't picked up a duology in forever. And then I have Once Upon a Fever by Angard Walker. Again, this is another wee middle grade, but this one is more like middle grade but make it witches, which we love. And I'm really excited for this one. I don't remember who recommended it, but I'm sure I saw this as a recommendation on somebody's channel. Sounds great though. I love a witch book. And then she got me My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Literally every single person on the planet has read this by now apart from me. I am the last. So I've heard quite mixed reviews about this book, to be honest. Loads of people haven't really enjoyed it, and other people have felt like there's been a lot of merit in it, and so I'm interested to see what side of the spectrum I fall on. I do think I'm going to enjoy it though, based on the people that I have seen praising the book, because I know that we have some similar reading tastes and we have a lot of the same opinions and views on certain things, so I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. And then I got The Devil Makes Three by Tori Bovalino. This book is already brilliant. Like, I have read this already. I received an e-arc of this last year, 2 years ago, whenever it came out at some point in the past, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Tori Bovalino has another book out now, which I still need to get my hands on, but I'm so happy to have a physical copy of this for my shelves because it was a phenomenal read. It was just brilliant, and there are chapters in here that are from like the devil, the demon's perspective, which was something that was totally new, unique and original to me. I had never seen that before, but if you like YA horror that is still quite bloody and gory, definitely check this out. And then she got me The Bone Spindle by Leslie Vedder. Again, it is some more YA fantasy in my life, and it looks brilliant. This cover is just absolutely stunning. I believe it's like a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but the gender roles are reversed. It says kiss the prince, break the curse, so I think she's going to be saving the prince, which could be really interesting. Again, I think that this is the first in a series, but I mean, it's par for the course with me at this point, really, isn't it? So whatever. And then she also got me The No-Show by Beth O'Leary, who is fast becoming one of my favourite authors. I have now another 3 books of hers on my shelf that I need to read. I've got this, I've got The Road Trip, and I've got The Switch, because I've just like been wanting to binge read her entire back catalogue after I really loved The Flat Share. This one just looks absolutely brilliant. It looks like a wee second chance romance one again, which is something that we know now that I enjoy through my Try That Trope series. Excited to pick this one up. These are books that were gifted to me by Simon's dad. So I got Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. This just sounds amazing. It sounds like a wee feminist dream in a book, and I have been so excited for it. I have slithered about buying it so many times because I was like, oh, I'll just wait, like, and I'll get a copy second hand somewhere. But it's been on my wish list for a good wee while, and I have thought about picking it up when I've been on Waterstones like 8 different times. Really excited for it. And then he also got me Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. I haven't read a Trisha Levenseller book before, but I know that she gets quite mixed reviews, but this one sounds absolutely fantastic. Now these last ones are all from Simon, and we're going to be here for a while because it's pretty much all we got each other this year was books. We decided that because we were getting the library done, and that's taken up, you know, so much time and money and stuff, that we were only going to get each other second-hand books this year. And so we did like 3 different trips to a few different charity shops, and we picked up bits and bobs. So we did our usual ones in Paisley. We were in Glasgow for an overnight stay, so we picked up a few then, and then when we were on holiday in Oban, we hit some charity shops there on our last day, because we always do that, it's a tradition. And these are all the books that we picked up. So first of all, I managed to get another couple of point horror books to add to my collection. So I got Dream Date by Sinclair Smith, and I have like vivid memories of this one for being a teenager and reading it, so I can't wait to do a reread. I've got quite a wee collection of point horror now, so maybe do like a reading all my point horror reading vlog type thing at some point, maybe in October. And then I got Twins by Caroline B. Cooney. This is another favourite of mine when I was growing up. I really remember this one, so I'm excited for this. And then I'm not sure I've ever read this one before, but this is Freeze Tag by Caroline B. Cooney as well. I don't remember ever reading this, the cover doesn't stick out to me, but it's point horror, so I'm sure it'll be brilliant. And these are just like such a nostalgia trip for me. I can't believe like that I totally forgot that these existed for a number of years, but I'm really pleased to have these 3. And then he got me Clive Barker, The Hellbound Heart, and the cover on this is just absolutely phenomenal. It is like 80s up the wazoo, there's Pinhead, there's loads of stuff for the film, and I just adore it. I love Clive Barker as an author, and Hellraiser is like one of my all-time favourite movie franchises, so I'm so excited to finally getting around to reading this. I haven't read it in so many years. I read it when I was really young and I'm buzzing for it. Then he got me Pies and Prejudice. This is the first in another cosy mystery series by Ellery Adams, and it just looks brilliant. It's another one that's set in a bakery, and there's like a cute wee dog on the cover, which is just everything I need in my life, so I'm really excited for that also. Then got me a graphic novel, which is Welcome to St Hell, My Trans Teen Misadventure by Lewis Hancock. I've actually watched Lewis's content for years, and as soon as he was releasing this, I was like, I need that in my life because he's so funny. So I know that this is going to be hysterical. It's probably going to be a bit heartbreaking and a wee bit heartwarming as well, and it's brilliant to support a trans author. I then got Yes Please by Amy Poehler. She's a legend, she's hysterical, and again, I've wanted to read this for so many years. It's been one of the books that has been like on the very bottom of my wish list for ages and ages and ages, because it was one of the first ones that I had added to it. I am a humongous Parks and Recs fan. I think that Amy Poehler is hysterical in anything that she is ever in, and like Leslie Knope is my spirit animal, so this is going to be great. There's a lot of pictures in here and stuff, so I'm probably going to read this physically, but also maybe try and get the audiobook for it, especially if it's Amy Poehler that narrates it. If it's not her that narrates it, I probably won't bother, because I think it'll be brilliant for her to like be telling me her story. It'll be great. I then have True Story by Kate Reid Petty. This was one that just came up on my Amazon suggestions one day, and I thought that it sounded quite interesting, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. Really pleased to have found a copy second hand. And then he got me Specials by Scott Westerfield. I'm collecting this series. I haven't read any of them yet. I think I still need the last one now, but I'm collecting them in these specific editions and they are quite hard to find, so I was really pleased to get the third one in that. Hopefully I'll get the fourth one soon, then I can actually read them. And then I got A Carnivore's Inquiry by Sabina Murray, and this sounds like one of the books where like it's a mix of fiction and non-fiction, like, well, no a mix, but like it's fiction that's posed like non-fiction, and I thought that it just sounded really quite interesting. I'm a wee bit obsessed with anything that's a wee bit cannibal-y, and this sounds like it's going to be quite cannibal-y, so right up my street. Then got me Joe Abercrombie, A Little Hatred. So this, on paper, I am not sure sounds like a me book, and I was sort of swithering about getting it when we were in the shop, but I really like Joe Abercrombie's writing, and so although this, it's sort of a slants at being a wee bit more historical, I thought I would pick it up and give it a wee bit of a go, because maybe his writing will, you know, pull me through. I really loved other books that I've read by Joe Abercrombie, and so I thought I'd give it a try. I got The Lock-In by Phoebe Luckhurst. This is a wee contemporary romance, and I just thought that it sounded so cute, so I thought I'd pick it up, give it a go. I feel like I'm on a wee bit of a contemporary romance kick these days. Well, I say that, I keep buying them, I don't necessarily read them, but I feel like I'm more open to actually picking them up and giving them a try through doing my Try That Trope series, so this is maybe one that I can include as a trope and part of that. Then he got me 2 Laurel K. Hamilton books, and these are in the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. He then got me The Authenticity Project by Claire Pooley, and then he got me A Little Old Lady Who Struck Lucky Again by Katharina Engelman Sundberg. This is actually the second book in a series, so I'm going to need to get the first one to be able to read this, but I talk about all the time how I feel like older characters are underserved in literature, and the main character in this book is a little old lady, so I felt like no pass up the opportunity and give it a try. He then got me The Nowhere Emporium by Ross Mackenzie. He then also got me Maggie and Me by Damien Barr, which is another non-fiction book set in Scotland in the 80s, what it was like to grow up under the Thatcher reign. So this has had so many great reviews on BookTube, and I'm really excited to finally get to it. It's not too long either, so it should be a quick read, which is good because I am always great at picking up non-fiction. And then I've got The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. Spoiled you for that earlier. I can't wait to read this. Beth O'Leary, like I said earlier, is just becoming one of the authors that I'm really starting to love, so I'm excited to read through her back catalogue a wee bit. Then he also got me The Cottonley Cuckoo by A.J. Elwood. This is like a wee bit of a historical fiction, horror, spooky book, which are very hit and miss for me, but I have heard good things about this, so hopefully it'll hit the right spot for me and it'll not be too historical or like no very spooky. And then I got the Garth Nix. No, I didn't. I got the Rag Witch by Garth Nix, who is another author that I've only started reading from recently. This is a middle grade about a spooky wee doll that is possessed by a witch. I love spooky dolls, I love witches, I love Garth Nix. Perfection. I then got Fallen, Torment and Passion by Lauren Kate. This is a YA fantasy series about angels. We're still going, we're about halfway through. Then he got me Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. Again, this is another wee contemporary romance. It looked quite cute. I'll give it a go. Then he got me Clive Barker's Books of Blood, volumes 4 to 6, and this is just a beautiful paperback. I really love like old 80s horror paperbacks, and so this is just stunning, and I'm so buzzing to have this on my shelves. I will need to find like the first one and the next one and these covers now to have a matching set, which no doubt will make my life miserable, but it's worth it because they're so cool. I've never actually read the Books of Blood in their entirety. I've only read wee bits of this and wee bits of that, so once I've got the full set it'll be brilliant to dive in and read them all. And then he got me The Incredible Adam Spark by Alan Bissett. And then he also got me The Welly Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, which is Mistborn Book 2. Now, I know I didn't really like Mistborn, right? Well, that's not true. I really enjoyed Mistborn until the ending, and then at the end, like, I got all butthurt because it was pants and there was no explanation, and I was really fucked off by it, and I ranted on the internet for about 15 hours straight, and you all thought it was very, very funny. But like, the butthurt has died down a wee bit, and you know, the characters have sort of stuck in my head a wee bit, not them all, but certainly Vin, and I really liked the magic system. I really loved that hard magic system, finding out loads of stuff as we go, and so it's sort of been in my head whether or no I should continue the series or no, or if I should just hate it forever and be really, really annoyed. But I saw a copy second hand that matches my copy, so I picked it up and we will see. I have no plans to reach for this, at least in the next year. That might change, but I haven't included this as part of my I seriously need to finish this challenge. I might pick it up if the mood takes me, but I thought it would be good to have it on my shelf and encourage me to pick it up and continue that series if I do decide that I really want to go for it. Anybody who's read Mistborn, like the entire trilogy, like, comment down below, have a chat with me about it. Is it worth picking up this chunky a book for? Like, or should I just give myself some time and then get round to it? Or should I like rush out and add it to my seriously need to finish this challenge list for the year? Let me know. Then he got me The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And then I got Final Girls by Riley Sager. I've only ever read one Riley Sager book before and I absolutely fucking hated it. So I don't know how I'm going to feel going into this, but I thought it might be interesting if one of my Try That Trope episodes is like a try that author instead of a try that trope, and I maybe give two authors a go that I've read a poor book from before, and like I'll give another book a go to decide if they're an author that I would like to continue reading from or not. I feel like on paper Riley Sager writes a lot of books that I would be really interested in and really keen to pick up, and this one is one that's been on my list for quite a wee while because I enjoy the final girl trope. It's something that I really like in a horror film, it's something that I really like in a book, and loads of people give this book so much love, so if I'm going to give Riley Sager another chance, it's going to be with this one. And then he got me Cooking with Bones by Jess Richards. This is a witchy book. I love a witchy book, and this is like a naked hardcover, and it is just so beautiful. Excited for it. And then he also got me Helen Dunmore The Deep. I love aquatic horror because being underwater or in water where like my feet didn't touch the bottom and I can't really see what is underneath me is like one of my biggest fears. I am 1000% convinced that there are big massive monsters and beasties and mermaids and all sorts down in the depths of the ocean, and like I will nae be free swimming for nobody because I then need some mad Lovecraftian tentacle thing try to steal me away. So I really like reading aquatic horror because it gives me the heebie-jeebies and I love it. Anything to do with like killer sharks, killer mermaids, killer monsters. Sold. I'm already petrified. So this sounds so good. I think this sounds like maybe slightly spooky and also a bit mermaidy, which is exciting. But I think when I was adding this to my Goodreads, I realised that this is like the 5th or 6th book in a series, and I didn't realise that at the time when I picked it up. But I'll keep it on my shelves, and you know, maybe at some point I'll decide to buy the rest of the series and read through them. I went on quite a mermaid binge last year. I read 2 different series with mermaids in it, and then also a couple of standalones with mermaids in it, because they are one of my favourite tropes. So if anybody has read these, let me know, and maybe these will be ones that I'll buy and plan to pick up next year. We're on the final stack. So he got me A Tricky Delight by Ali Carter, and this is a Susie Mal Highland mystery. So this is by a Scottish author. It's set in the Scottish Highlands and it's a cosy mystery. There's a Highland cow in the front. I was sold. Then he got me Big Girl Small Town by Michelle Gallen, and I didn't really know much about this book. I've never read by this author before, but this is set in Ireland during the Troubles and I'm excited to read it. Then he got me 2 Terry Brooks books. He got me the Legends of Shannara, Bearers of the Black Staff, and Legends of Shannara, The Measure of Magic. I've been slowly collecting Terry Brooks novels in the Shannara world for the last couple of years now, but I haven't dived in because I frankly have no idea where to start. I'm going to need to do like some proper digging on it so that I can find out what I need to buy and, you know, what I have in my collection and where I should actually start reading from. But until then, when I see them second-hand in charity shops, I'm still going to pick them up. And then he got me The Wolf Wilder by Catherine Rundell. This is a wintry middle grade. I'm definitely going to keep this for next Christmas. I think it'll be one that would be great and perfect to read at that time, so it'll be quite light and give me all like the cosy winter feels, which is fantastic. And then he got me Twice in a Lifetime by Helga Jensen. This is another second chance romance book. Who knew I would just pick up loads of romance, eh? But there we go. And then he got me This Book Is Gay by Juno Dawson, and I'm just interested to read this. It's a non-fiction. It's just a wee bit of a rundown on loads of different stuff and about living life as a queer person. So I thought this would be cool to read. It also looked really pretty on the shelf on it, let's be honest. Then he got me The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson. This is a horror book and it was giving me sort of feel like Stranger Things meets Cabin in the Wood vibes from that cover, so I was immediately interested. And then he also got me Someday by David Leviathan. This is a sequel in a series that I have been collecting. I've never read a David Leviathan book before, but I have this series plus the companion books to this series and another book by him also, so interesting to have finished the series now and pick them up and see if I like them. So that is all the books that I got for Christmas. I just want to show you one more present that I got for my mum because it is amazing and I can't wait to show it off on camera, so I'll show you that. So my mum is too cute and every year she gets like me presents, Simon presents, and then she gets us like joint presents, which are usually like stuff for around the house. And so this year we was getting the library done. She got us a lovely tea tree made that says tea at the tailor's, and she's got us wee glass teacups, a wee glass teapot and a glass biscuit jar that she's filled with all our favourite biscuits, so that this can sit in the library and we can bring our tea up here to sit and read our books, which is just so cute. Honestly, this is one of my favourite presents for Christmas. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have read any of these books, comment down below. Let me know what I should be picking up right away, what you're excited to see me talk about. If there's any that you want me to review right away, even if you haven't read it, comment down below and let me know. Hopefully you're enjoying everything that you're reading at the moment. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!